This is Randi Thompson coming to you live with Trudy Adams on Miss Annie, and we're working on, this is week 3 of the timing of the aids. What we're doing now is we're really isolating each of the steps to connection, and the first one is the horse softening their jaw is what we're working on now. So what Trudy's doing is she's walking around and she feels if Annie's staying soft on her jaw when she picks up the rein, and she feels, it's almost like you feel like she gets thick in her neck, isn't it? It's hard to explain, but you're starting to, what are you starting to feel as you start working with softening her jaw? Can you tell us what you're experiencing?
I wish she was more forward. I'm working on that, but I feel like she's coming up in her back, up underneath my seat.
She says she feels like she's coming back up underneath of her seat and her back. She is. And at first she won't have the longer steps because she has to, what happens is that horses, as they go through the training process, they associate the shortening the rein with shorter steps. So now, yeah, that's exactly right. Did you feel what you just did? You gave her a longer rein and she took a longer stride, didn't she? So that's what you're going to do now. When you feel her steps get short, keep her in the base of her neck, using softening her jaw. Now you're going to, next after the jaw, step 2 is the poll, right? You're going to decide where you want her poll to be. It should never be lower than the base of her neck right now. Good, just ride her around in the base of her neck. You'll find it's going to give her longer steps. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? So now what we're doing is we're playing with, you know, the steps to connection. The first one is softening the jaw, and now you can feel that the softening of the jaw actually gets her thicker in the base of the neck. Can you describe it any other way? Can you describe this feeling?
I mean, she's connected, but it's not a hard pull or anything. She's more or less trying to find it and keep it there, and it's easier if she bends her neck.
That's right, that's right. So what Trudy's finding is that now it's becoming like a balance between the reins and the legs. Good, straighten your saddle out. Good. Okay, now when you bring her nose over to do a turn, what we're going to do is change that a little bit. You brought her nose over, but you didn't use you used your inside aid with the rein, but you didn't add your inside leg. So you're going to do a change across the ring here. Use your right rein and right leg, and you're going to use them now. 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 That's when the inside hind foot is off the ground. Feel it? Now. Now. That's it. Turn to the left. It's going to be now. Left leg, left rein. Oh, so you can feel that as you're coming around, she's listening nicely to your rein, isn't she? How about her pole? What do you think about her pole?
Well, it's sometimes still a little bit low, but...
That's right. Now when you feel it get low, you're going to pick it up and you'll feel it puts her thicker in her neck. Yep, pick up her neck and tell me when you feel she's up higher in it. There, right there. You feel that? Good. So now you're going to focus on, this is your goal with your outside rein and leg, or whichever you decide is your outside at the time. First, you're going to soften her jaw with the pole so she gets thick in her neck. Then you're going to add to that thickness by making sure the pole is where you'd like it to be. You're going to tell her where the pole is, usually with the outside rein and leg. Good. Now you'll notice her steps are getting short. So if the steps are getting short, that's where you've got to give maybe a 1/4 inch of rein. Just give a little bit of rein until it's there. Feel her steps getting loose?
Yeah, she drops her pole, though.
That's all right. That's all right. Now get her to step up into it. She said she dropped her pole. Good, good. Feel how she's keeping the free steps? So now if you feel her take the short steps, that's a signal to you for that second in time and this point in her training that she's going to shorten her steps because the rein is too short. So you give her a 1/4 inch, whatever it takes, or she loosens her step, and then you praise her by asking her to step into it. Does that make sense? Good. Like right here, feel her taking shorter steps? Okay, so what do? Give her a longer rein. Get her to step over. We're going to start a new exercise now. Good. So you'll notice a lot of this has to do with where her back end is, right? So we've covered step 1 and 2, the pole, you know, the mouth, softening the mouth, softening the pole. You feel when her neck is released through her neck, You can feel when she's pushing her rib cage over, but now we have to get her to respond to it, right?
Right.
Good. Okay,
For some
bring.
reason in this direction, she's wanting to collapse to the inside.
That's her weaker side. Most horses are weaker to the left. So what she's noticed is she keeps feeling her fall to the inside. This is good, Trudy, that you can feel this. You'll notice you have to correct the feeling her falling to the left like every stride, right? That's exactly the way it should be. Go to step 1, step 2, oh, get her rib cage out. So you're going to use your left leg, take your feet out of the stirrups so you can get a better feel here. You're going to use your left rein and leg now. Now, that's when the horse's inside hind foot is off the ground. Rider's thigh and knee is coming down. Tell me when. That's it. That's it. There. Feel that walk? Okay, start another curve. You said you're feeling her twist her head. If she's twisting her head, that's you keeping her head too far over too long. So that's a good thing. If you can feel that, if you feel she's twisting her head, you're holding the rein a step too long. So remember, it's just position, straighten. Position, straighten. Position, praise, straighten, praise. Position, straighten, praise all the time. Good. More activity behind. Start a curve. You're going to notice now we're going to use the curves to get her more active. When you turn to the right, you're going to use your right leg now, 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 now. Praise her. Give her a longer rein so she takes a scopier step. Good. Praise her. That's right. We'll get more to correctness later. Now you're noticing you can give her a little bit longer rein and she has to step up to it differently, doesn't she? Good. Now when you feel her getting pokey, like right there, start another curve. Tell me when she's picking up behind you. Feel her pick you up behind? Okay, turn her sharper and tell me if you feel her pick you up on the right side. Turn her sharper to the right. Good, good. You felt when she started doing it. Your goal will be to keep that every step going to the right. Good. Send her forward, praise her. So now what she's doing is she's feeling when Annie's stepping underneath of her. Good. Good.
Now, the reason she's twisting her neck is she wants to throw her head that way and her body this way.
That's exactly right.
How do I do that without not taking up more inside rein?
So what she said is she keeps bringing her head over to the right and her haunches to the inside. You're going to bring her shoulder over. Point your chest at me. Point your belly button and her chest at me. One step and straight. Point at me again. One step and straight. Do you feel her on the left hind?
Yeah.
She's going to lose it right here. Bring her towards me. One step.
She drifts right out.
Where she's supposed to be at her level of training. She's exactly where she should be. Now you're isolating this. Now you want her to get more. You want her to keep on her left hind, and the way you're doing it is you're saying, okay, I'm going to have her on the left hind, but I want her to stay on a long rein so she...
Here, she's doing it again.
She's going to do it a lot. She's going to fall out like every other step. They all do. They all do, okay? So don't think this is just her, all right? This is the difference between training level and anything else above it. Make sure your saddle's in the middle.
In the middle. Well,
That's right.
that's to the right because she's twisting.
It's all right. It's all right. Just straighten your saddle out first.
I feel like I'm creating it, but I'm
You're not, and she's going to twist all over when you first start doing this because this is the first time you've really got focused on her staying this straight. So what's happening is the shock is realizing how crooked she might have been before. But it was nothing you were doing wrong. It was she's at a different level of training now. Now you're saying, okay, I want more. You want her to listen to you more, right?
Yeah, and it's so strange because when she was greener, she used to be very straight. We didn't have her doing this.
It's a different kind of straightness. And the difference is now you can feel if she's straight or not.
Okay.
You know, when they're green, they just kind of trot around and do their thing. But this is different. You're asking her to stay straight on curves and circles. But your idea of straightness now is you want her weight on her inside hind. Good, Trudy. Just take your time. Keep her weight on the inside hind.
She gets so pokey.
Let her get, if she gets pokey, you're going to lengthen your rein. All right, I'm going to turn this off and we'll start with part 2.